Welcome to the Bracket Factory and welcome to the first thrilling episode of a new project. Now, for this project I've got to drive a very, very long way, but of course every cloud has a silver lining.
Through the mesh and it's going to
Cheese and Marmite panini, delicious. So sometime later, after a delicious cheese and Marmite panini, I'm near Manchester and I'm approaching my destination. So, here it is. Hiding.
Now, I think I've been honest in saying that it needs a total restoration.
So, well, I'm a sucker for a project, so that's absolutely fine. There it is. Behold one Ner-a-car, circa 1923, 22 or whatever. It is the most peculiar thing. Look at that hub centre steering. Dragged out of the shed. Right, all loaded up now and heading off. Bike loaded up. Met a bit of a legend of a guy called Conrad who sold me the bike, but more about that later, I think. Time to head back to the Bracket Factory, unload, take stock, debrief, and work out what on earth I'm bored. So back at the Bracket Factory now, I'm bike unloaded. So when I was up there, I met this awesome guy called Conrad. He showed me his bike collection, which is amazing. Then we went into the kitchen for a cup of tea and there was a gun in the sink that he was cleaning. Don't worry, all legal and above board. And then he showed me another awesome motorbike in the bedroom. So this is definitely a guy after my own heart. Conrad, if you're watching this, awesome mate, great to meet you. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the bike now, shall we? So here it is. It's a 1922 Ner-a-car. Invented by a guy called Carl Ner-a-car in 1919, made in the USA, and then made in the UK under license by Simplex. So quite a peculiar thing, but I've been looking for one of these, cat's following me, for quite some time. So it came with quite a lot of bits I've sort of loosely put together. This engine was in bits. I've kind of just plonked it all together. Go on, pussycat, out of the way. Plonked it all together and dropped in where it sits, so give you a feel for the thing. Footrests have been cable tied on. The rear guard has been plonked on. That box, I'm not sure it's original, but that box is on the side. So the immediate first thing to notice is the front steering. This is hub centre steering. Well before its time. No forks, of course. And it's got a sort of chassis. Oh dear, we've been invaded, aren't we? It's got a sort of chassis. And then the wheel pivots on this bearing on the inside of here. We might have to give up, aren't we? Pivots on a bearing on the inside of here. And then this arm is connected to the bottom of the steering and it moves it from side to side. Comme ça. Got a bit of a play in it, but hey ho. The engine is mounted longitudinally, not crossways, and if you look at it, it is given that it's 102 years old, It's very, very similar to the sort of model aircraft engines that you used to get. It's a magneto. Oh dear, go on, down you get. Magneto inside here. That powers the spark. This has got magnets inside, and the way it works is that this spins round, and this this friction pulley presses against this, and there's a lever. Or you twist this handle, and it's got this sort of helical insert, and it pulls this in this direction and engages. And then you've got another lever which moves this thing across, give you a variable ratio. Now it's got a sort of ratchet mechanism just here, which engages in some teeth, and you've got sort of 3 gear positions. That's missing, got to find that. Engine itself is 285cc. Originally it was 221, and it made it into bigger. Made it bigger in 285. This is a 285cc. Then of course it's just chain drive all the way to the back. And at the back we've got this enormous sprocket. We've got a hub brake on this side. We've actually got another hub brake on this side. It's got 2 brakes on the back because the rule was that a bike had to have 2 brakes, and there isn't a brake on the front. Quite a thing, isn't it? So what I'm going to do first is basically take the whole thing to pieces. It does look in reasonably good condition, but it needs a damn good clean. I'm planning to go for a bit of an oily rag restoration. It's not going to be all new and shiny. I just want to basically get it working. Now I do have a slight advantage in that I do actually have a complete working engine, which was the subject of my very first YouTube video, and I'll put a link in there. And the series of videos was to I found one of these, and I completely restored it and got it up and running after however many years. So I'll put a link in the description. But should be quite an interesting project, which I'm planning to do in the downtime when I'm waiting for bits and bobs for the big American and France video. So what do you think? Pretty cool, eh? Lots of things to do, lots of things to restore, a few things to make, a few things to source, all things that I love doing. Also, I do know of 2 other bikes like this. I mean, they're pretty rare. They're only made for a few years in the 20s. Pretty rare, but there's one in a museum in Bewley, and I've had a chat with those guys, and they've agreed that I can go down and have a look at it and a bit of a poke around. And I do know of another one in a private collection, so we're going to go along and have a look at that too. So if you want to join me on this journey, please hit subscribe. If you've liked this, please hit like. If you've got any comments, please leave them. Let me know what you think of this new project. Some people have been saying they want more bikes. Other people, I'm sure, will say, what are you doing with that old thing? But I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, I think for now, that's all. So thanks for watching.